WWE brought back CM Punk for one reason and one reason alone, and that's because it was simply best for business. This is a company that has prided themselves on that saying for nearly their entire existence. They even worked it into a storyline back in 2014, but it is true. WWE, in nearly every single business decision they have ever made, does what is going to make that company the most amount of money and make it as profitable as possible for its partners, for the shareholders, and of course for the board. Now, whether or not you agree with the decision to bring CM Punk back doesn't matter, because for WWE, the decision was kind of already made for them. This is as they're looking to still re-up and renegotiate their Monday Night Raw TV deal, and they've had some issues renegotiating this deal. Of course, SmackDown has already gone over to USA, but the question still remains, is USA going to have enough money to bring back or bring over Monday Night Raw? And where is Raw going to land? There's even been talk potentially from Nick Khan and company of changing the night of Monday Night Raw in order to get a more advantageous deal. So when you're looking at that at the negotiating table with these partners, one thing you want to do is make sure that right now, in the lead up to these negotiations and a deal being finalized, you put on great shows, and you put on shows that as many people as possible watch. And that's why Punk is back. Because CM Punk, like him or hate him, is the most captivating wrestling personality in the entire world. Maybe The Rock beats him out on it being a draw, but as far as people just being interested in what he's doing and the core wrestling audience being interested in what he's doing, there really is no comparison. CM Punk is the guy. This is someone who, again, on a Friday night at 10 p.m., when he made his return to wrestling after being away for 7 years, made 1 million people tune in on a time slot where you almost never have that happen. So there is a bit of magic there with CM Punk, and just look at the reaction across the board from wrestling fans and even wrestlers. There were reports that wrestlers maybe even walked out. Now, how true those are is to be determined just because of the nature of professional wrestling, but it still remains true that CM Punk has captivated the professional wrestling world once again. He did it when he returned to AEW. He did it when he got into the fight with the Elite. He did it when he returned to AEW again. And then he did it when he got fired. And finally, now here we are in Chicago, Allstate Arena, at the end of Survivor Series, at the heels of what was an awesome show, and also the return of Randy Orton after nearly a year away. CM Punk does the impossible by captivating the professional wrestling world once again and coming back to the company that he said made him sick. Because remember, in that podcast he did with Colt Cabana, CM Punk literally said that he felt like WWE was making him sick and he had to leave the place that was making him sick. One thing is for sure though, respect and money go a long way with CM Punk. And you can be 100% certain in that CM Punk is getting paid good money to be in WWE right now. And there seems to be at least more respect for him now that he's back than there was when he left back in 2014. The reason for that is also pretty simple. Look at what he did for AEW. He made AEW Collision a watchable and noteworthy show during his time there. On Saturday nights at 8 p.m. when people definitely have better things to do, people did tune in for CM Punk. There were always between 500 and 700,000 people tuning in to AEW Collision when Punk was there, and now ratings have kind of fallen off since he's been gone. They're now hitting all-time lows for AEW Collision. So WWE is looking at that. They're looking at how the wrestling news industry has been basically shaped by CM Punk over the last number of years. Whether it was his return, brawl out, or what have you, the wrestling world has been abuzz by whatever he has been doing over the past number of years because he just has that mystique, that aura that makes you want to tune in. That's what this is all about, making people tune in. And will everyone enjoy what CM Punk is doing on a week in, week out basis in WWE? Probably not. You're never going to find anything that everyone is going to universally like. That's just impossible, especially in today's age. However, one thing you can do with CM Punk if you're WWE, you can 100% bolster the ratings for Monday Night Raw. You can build your brand and build a bridge to a lot of fans who are AEW fans who now feel alienated by that brand because of how toxic the entire CM Punk departure from AEW was. You can build a bridge to those fans, bring them over, and make a whole lot of money in between, because CM Punk is a guy who can wrestle Seth Rollins in a big main event WrestleMania match, can wrestle Cody Rhodes in a massive program, and of course he can wrestle Roman Reigns. He's someone who is positioned where he could go tomorrow, call out Roman Reigns, and they would have a big blockbuster match at Royal Rumble, and no one would say anything about him not earning a shot because he's CM Punk. That's just what he does, and this is what he's here to do: make money, bring eyeballs, and tell stories. Let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section below. Check out these other videos from Wrestle Vibes, and of course, be sure to subscribe.